Hey everybody, it's Jeremy, and welcome back to Road to Gencon, episode 4, I believe. It's been a little bit since I made a video. I've been pretty busy. I made um, the unboxing video, and ever since then I've just been busy with work and life and everything like that. So, getting back on the wagon here, this is the last deck that I played. I didn't get a chance to talk about it. Um, I'll be playing a different deck than this one. It's coming Sunday. But I wanted to talk about this deck here. So I tried out King Piccolo. Now, for those who don't know King Piccolo, and by the way, I'm gonna try my best to kind of. I had someone that's watching it who's not a huge Dragon Ball player, but he would appreciate it if I like hover over cards and kind of leave the text up for a minute. So I'm gonna try to do that as I explain parts of this deck. But King Piccolo is interesting because his permanent is you start with 6 life. Normally you start with 8. So right off the bat, I wasn't a fan of that. But as I got to play in the deck a little bit, I was like, okay, there's a reason why it does this. Um, because it swaps its life, and he continuously adds life and things like that. But so what he pretty much does is just kind of, because I'm not going to read this out auto. There is he can choose a card in his hand that is a Demon Clan or a Namekian and put it in his life face up and then take a life. So they can also, in the process of that, combo a Demon Clan or a Namekian from his life, when he does that. Um, on his Awakened side, he does it more often. I think even on his Awakened side, when this card attacks, you can choose up to 3 Namekian or Demon Clan in your hand, putting your life face up, and take that many life. So he just swaps life, but he has certain effects that play, certain cards that when you combo from their life, they play. So yeah, I know. I played this before the actual ban, but I only played one of this drum, Reign of Terror. Um, he's barrier blocker. At the end of the battle, when this card is used in a combo from your life, play this card. And then, of course, he gets to come out when he gets comboed and played for, and then I can choose one of your opponent's battle cards and minus 10,000 power for the turn. This card was banned to 1. And playing the deck through the day, I can see why the card was banned to 1 because it's really, really good. Um, because it's a barrier, it's a blocker, it allows the deck to be more defensive when it's already kind of naturally defensive with what it does and comboing cards and stuff, and uh, negging your opponent's battle cards and things. So I can see why it does that. Um, so, anyways, most of the Demon Clan stuff, piano you want to see turn 1. I learned that after the first couple of games is you want to see that card and play it. You actually don't want to combo it. You want to play that card um, because it helps you draw more cards. Um, so that I learned after a couple of games. Let's see here. I'm going through the list. All the other ones, it was nice to being able to combo this if you did it right. If you were at 4 life, which you throughout all the games I played in, it seemed that once I got to 4, I just kind of stayed at 4 until I just couldn't keep pace. But I actually finished 2-1-1 for the tournament, so I was really happy with it. But it's really, really good when you get to super combo this off of life. Like, it's really good. Like, it just felt good. This card is underrated. I felt like going into looking at the card when I first originally played, it's Piccolo Jr., the King Scion. And I say Scion, I might be wrong, but that looks like Scion, like the car. Um, it's actually really good because a counterplay, you can negate it. You're going to have your Unison card out. Um, and it's also a double strike, which I don't think I even realized it was a double striker for the first 2 games. So I was like, oh, I had a finisher on board. I never really I think I even swung one time for 20k and didn't call double striking. I really think that's what happened. So that's a really good card. I didn't realize it again until game 3 that how good that card is. So that's a good one. I did this chain, the King Piccolo Time to Flight, because it can evolve on top of that 1-drop, and that's another card you want to see early is that 1-drop. It lets you search out the Namekians and Demon Clan cards, advantage cost of 4 less, which is all of them, or your red Unison card, which is important too. So these two, the piano and the King Piccolo, you want to see in your hand turn 1. I played this one because I had 2 of it, it seemed like a pretty good finisher. It did win me a game, but if there's better cards in there, that would probably be one of the first cards that I replace. This card right here, there's a reason why it's $64. This card was a menace all during the tournament. It was a problem. It's all. I would almost say it's busted. Like it's just like if your leader card is red and this card gets plus 5,000 power and your opponent can't activate blocker skills, which that's not a problem. Activate. If you have a red unison card and play with 3 or more markers on it, play this card from your hand and you can't play copies for the turn, which is good. And it also goes to the warp after the end of the turn. But it's a 15k double strike that can apply so much pressure if you got this your unison up to 3, which is really easy to do with this King Piccolo deck. It seems like you just bam, there it is, 15k double strike, and then you can really if you really wanted to push it, you can evolve this on top of it, and then go into this. Like you can really just for free for 1 energy, for 2 energy, I believe. No, for another energy, red energy, and like you can pump him up because there's ways to pump. He can get 20. He gets 20 there, and then he becomes 20. I think he gets no. When this card is played or attacked, shift to 1 red demon clan card in your battle area, and it gets 20,000 power for the turn. So he can choose himself, give himself 40, and then you can, boom, play this guy for red, pitch that one, and play that one. Like it's a really nice combo. Those 3 cards there. I will say this card didn't come up much until I was like really going for game and just ripping my life. So that one I feel kind of about. This King Piccolo first step to revival because you just keep comboing cards from your life, with him, or you can combo multiple. This unison must, if you're gonna play King Piccolo, must. That's just what I picked up. It gives you draw. He gives you the rejuvenate, which is really good with this King Piccolo. Like there was time where I got back up to 7, I think, life at one point. So really good card. My matchups, I went 2-1-1. The one loss was to actually Mecha Kabura, which is the Dragon Ball one. Because one of the problems that this deck has, at least from what I've seen, especially I don't see this Topo, is or this Violent Rays, which I'll kind of again Topo, really good counterattack. Violent Rays. There's a reason why it's still like $33. They are reprinted though. But what the deck had a problem with is like a rut, like something that make a big board because there wasn't really a lot going on. And I did make a sideboard, as you know, there's no sideboard over here. I did make a sideboard for it, but I play in the deck. I was like, okay, which I think I sideboard a couple cards, but playing I was like, okay, I know its weakness. So I really like this deck. I'm more like when I think red, I think aggro. This can be aggressive, but you have to pick when to be aggressive. At least from what I played against at my locals and everything. I think it's a really good deck. I don't know if it's the best red deck because King Vegeta's still a thing. The reason I went with King Piccolo is I have access to more cards with this. As far with King Vegeta, the promos are almost a must-have, and they're expensive. And we didn't get those promos, at least that far from what I'm seeing at our store. So, but we have access to this. There might be some things I change, but yeah, I really enjoyed playing it. Went 2-1-1, finished like I think 4th out of 9th. A little bit tinkered, a little bit learned more how to play it. I think it's a really good deck. I don't know if I play this over Cell Surge for Gencon just yet. I know my friends Ryan and DJ, they've tweaked it. It's still really good. They made it better, I feel like. We'll be probably playing that deck Sunday and just trying to see how that feels. Now, for me as just a player, now, you also got to think, too, with Gen Con, do I want to play Cell Surge for 7 rounds? Because Cell Surge, as Ryan played it and as I played it, we're realizing like this deck takes a lot of forethought. You really got to plan your steps ahead for that. With King Piccolo, it kind of worked itself a little bit better. You just kind of like, oh, Demon Clan, put it in the life. I will pick Namekian, put it in the life. Oh, where's my Unison? Oh, where's the 1-drops? Oh, there they are. So it works a little bit better. Now you got to be careful with timing and things like that. And you still got to know it. You still got to be. I'm not saying this is a brain dead deck. It absolutely isn't. But it's a lot easier to play than Cell Surge. So, but I'm still leaning towards Cell Surge. I think it's still the better deck. So yeah, that's what I think about that. Now, to kind of veer off topic a little bit, now that our store's back in playing as the locals and back playing in person, we're starting to do our fun events again now. And I was able to get one scheduled for the guys that they really like. It's random leader. So let me tell you a little bit about that. So I take and we kind of do it by committee. We kind of talk to the play group, about hey, which leaders do we want to use? Which ones seem okay and fair? So we take just, I think this time we took 12 leaders, all of them just bad leaders. Put them in sleeves, randomize them, and then have each person roll a d12. With that d12, they pick up one of the cards. If they don't like that leader and they want to try to roll for something else, they can, but know that their next roll is final. So if they get that leader, they're stuck with it. So they might get the same leader again, just be stuck with it. So they all did it. And I also try to get everyone different leaders. That might be something we try to do later. It's like if we have multiple copies of this one leader, I don't know. I try to make it easy and accessible for everyone. It's a fun event. I don't restrict them from what cards they can play in the deck, other than the regular ban list stuff. But they have to use that particular leader. And of course, I enjoy this format too, so I enter it. So I will show you which one I've got. This one, this is not what I want. My decks. That's what I want. I'll show you which leader I got and what I'm working with right now. And then, of course, if you guys see anything better, let me know. So I pulled Frieza, and I think this is set 1 or set 2 Frieza. Auto, when it's your turn, at the end of your turn, choose up to one of your battle cards, switch to active mode. Your life is 4 or less. You may draw 2 cards and move this card over. Auto, when this card attacks, choose up to auto at the end of your turn. Choose up to 2 of your battle cards and switch to active mode. And auto, when this card attacks, draws a card. So it doesn't have any draw on its front side. It has a draw, but it has to attack on its backside. And I wanted to go something a little bit more fun, but I still wanted to make it like decent. So I just took the cards I had and put it together. So right now I'm kind of looking at this. There's a ton of extra cards in this deck. There's not really that many battle cards. There are 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And that's not counting the Unison or the Super Combo. So I might not go this route, because it seems like it's not good. But I think the idea that I really just started with was I want to play some monkeys. So I wanted to play the Great Ape Bardock Raiders Warcry. You can combo him from 2. He comes out for free. When he comes out, I draw a card, shift to one of my opponent's battle cards, switch to rest mode. He's not a blocker, but I can restand him. There's other cards I can play. I'm going to have to work on this. This is the rough draft. We have until August 22nd, so I have some time. I kind of put him as a finisher, was the Frieza, because I wanted to play the Frieza stuff, like the Mecha Frieza stuff, and the new, like, Frieza's Army reinforcements that gets a blocker that can restand potentially with Frieza. This I can probably just take out because I'm not playing the blocker monkey. The problem is I only have one of the blocker monkeys, which is the 4-drop from the anniversary box. I can't remember what it is. So, but his thing is you can only play mono yellow Saiyans, and I'm not wanting to play yellow Saiyans. I'm wanting to play Frieza stuff. So I didn't like it so much, but I might just take this out because he's an attacker. He's not a blocker. And this, I think, is only on your turn that you can activate this. But of course, I think this Unison is still really good. I don't have a way to search it in the deck right now, but I only have one of these powers of the Super Saiyan counterattack. It's stupid good. I might have to borrow it from one of my friends. I think he has 3. So I might borrow those. I already do have 4 Nimbuses in here, but if I get power of the Super Saiyan, that might go to 2. Especially when I'm taking Full Moon out here. But I really just wanted to play around because it's just a fun event for me. I really wanted to just play around with the yellow Frieza stuff and the your worst nightmare. You know, play with that and play the 4 drops and play the play. I just have fun with that stuff. But still try to keep it like there's still some good like Cold Bloodlust still a really good card. I've played Heroine's Lineage. It's still a good ultimate. Um, this is still a good Grade 8 Bardock Raiders War Clash still good. Bergamo only, even though it's a one of now, still good. So I try to keep good cards in there. I also put this Whistled Melody in there, which is an odd card, but my thinking is to pitch this card because I think there's cards that have an effect that when I have to pitch a card, and I like his active yellow. He's almost like a draw monkey, active main yellow. If your leader card is a yellow, if your leader card is yellow and you send this card from drop here to warp, draw a card. That's an easy card to do when you're on your unawakened side or which you need to draw more cards. I really like that. But the problem with a lot of this is I'm trying to play it controlled a little bit, well, mid-rangey probably. And most of these people are like, we're just gonna play this leader and make it aggro. So I don't know how good this is gonna be, but let me know what you think. Let me know, like, who out there watching this video has played this leader and what's worked. Should I try to just play Mono Yellow Saints? I am going to put in the, I did reread the card. I do have 3 of the counterplay Vegetas that I can play in rest mode stuff. So I'll probably put those in. Maybe take the full moons out and put those in. But this is just a fun build. This is something fun that we're doing, just random leader. I think some of the other leaders was OG Green Cell, the Cell leader. Goku Black, I think, is one of them. Let me think. I'm trying to think what else was. There was a Trunks, a Black Trunks, the one that burst. I think it was actually one of the first deck leaders that I got. My friend went to Gencon did, but he burst, and if there's a red or blue card in there, things happen. There's a Mira, there's a Black Mira, that's an old one. Like just older cards that really weren't big on drawing on their way. Like we just really try to make it all even and not great. But this is my rough draft. Please let me know what you think about this. Please let me know what you think about the King Piccolo deck too. I just wanted to touch base on this one because it's a fun event. We have a lot of fun events there at the store. We do, and I'll get you guys excited for this. They'll watch this. September, I'm not sure what's going to be, but I'll probably hold off until October to do what we call as a purge night, where one night we unbanned everything, everything's uneroded, everything's back at 4, and it's like play whatever you want, make it as busted as you want. So I'm sure the guys in the DBS chat, when I have rulings questions, are gonna be like, that's why are these 2 cards interacting right now? Because they're banned. I'm like, it's purge night, everything's unbanned. How would this play out? Just hypothetically, just how would it play out? So, but it's really fun, and it gets a chance to and I have to tell them like, it's not a day to bring your feelings. Like you can't bring your feelings. You just got to roll with the punches because it's going to get bad. Like it's going to get. I know Super Shenron is going to make an appearance. I'm sure Original Mecha Frieza is going to make an appearance. I know what I'm playing, but I'll save that for later. We will talk about that. But anyways, let me know what you think about this random leader deck. Tell me what you would change, what you would make different, what battle cards would you add, and the same thing with King Piccolo. Those who played King Piccolo, what would you play there? What would be better? What does it really stand up to, to the meta right now? Or is it just like because that drum is down to 1, is he just not as good? So let me know what you think. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.